Fat daddy, baby. Are you really living, or are you just surviving life? Right now, I'm in Columbia, Maryland. It's a beautiful day outside. People are walking their dogs. They're, riding their bikes. They're walking, and I just had to make this video because I just came back from an event where we were teaching people how they can make 5, 6, 7 figures from home online. And one of the biggest things that I wanted to talk to you guys about today was that if you want to get to the next level in life, you have to raise your belief. Right now, as I'm here in Columbia, Maryland, I'm super excited because of the fact that this allows us the opportunity to connect with people. See, the reason why we do live events is because people don't have the belief that what we're talking about online is really true, right? I mean, I know when I first started my entrepreneurial journey, I was skeptical. I was negative. I didn't necessarily believe, but that's only because that was the type of mindset that was given to me, right? I didn't necessarily even believe in my beliefs. Like, have you ever thought about that? Who gave you the beliefs that you currently believe in? Are they conducive for your goals? Are they actually helping you get to where you want to be in life? Or are they just beliefs and goals and ideas that were given to you by your family, by society, by teachers, by your boss, right? By people who are just giving you what they were taught, right? I mean, it's sort of like the quote, the blind leading the blind, in a sense. If you really want to get to a point in life where you're free, not just financially free, but mentally free, emotionally free, spiritually free, then you have to start by understanding that you have to dedicate enough time for yourself to be with yourself. Spend time with your thoughts. Spend time with what you truly believe in. Spend time in the things that you want to see happen in your life. Because there's a lot of people that always talk about how they want change in life, but they're not willing to put the work in. Right? There's always people that talk about how they want their body to look better. But are you working out every day? Are you putting the right things inside of your body? Right? People say, oh, they want to make a lot of money. They want to quit their job. They want to become financially free. But are you putting the right things in your mind? Are you feeding your mind the proper beliefs, the proper skill set? Are you learning something new that you don't know now? Because the difference between where you are right now and where you want to go, that's called the ignorance gap. See, we all have an ignorance gap in our life. The difference between where you want to be at right now and where you are right now is called the ignorance gap. Everybody in life has an ignorance gap. What your purpose and what your goal should be is to overcome this ignorance gap by learning more about yourself every single day, right? You need to eliminate anybody that's negative in your life. Anybody that's telling you that you can't do it. Anybody that's telling you, that looks at you funny when you're doing something for your goals, your dreams, right? When's the last time that you actually spent time with yourself to pursue the goals and dreams that you have? See, the only reason why I've been able to be a full-time entrepreneur for the last 4 years is because I completely negated what anybody else had to say that wasn't conducive with my goals and where I wanted to be at in life. Right? There's always people in life that will tell you that you can't do something, not to do this, not to do that, but they never even did it themselves. Right? Like, it's so crazy to me, guys. Like, listen, I shouldn't even be here right now, right? I shouldn't even be living the life that I'm living right now. But the reason why I am is because I consistently follow the purpose that God gave to me. There's some days that this is so hard. There's some days where truly I don't even feel like doing it. But when I tap back into my why, my true purpose, understanding that I'm here not just for myself, but to help those around me. I'm here not just for myself, but to help the people that poured into me. And even though I wasn't born into a family of wealth, even though I wasn't born into a family of riches, a family of wealth will come from me. A family of riches will come from me. See, if you're in a position where you never grew up around people that lived big lives, like, made 6 and 7 figures a month, or, was able to travel whenever they want, or, whatever the case may be. I mean, listen, I grew up in a very humble home. The bills were met, but it was hard, right? There was food on the table, but I know for my folks, it was hard. They told me to go to school and get a good job because that's what they were told that the American dream is, right? Go to school, get a good job, right? But when I graduated college, I came to find that a lot of my fellow constituents could not find a job in their career, in their degree that they got a degree for, right? This is all a big matrix. I mean, we're told to go to school for 40 years, to work for 40 hours a week just to retire off of 40% of what we couldn't live off of anyway. So what type of life do you really want to live? See, I'm 26 years old, but I've never expected that I would get to where I'm at right now, but I would have never even got here if I didn't take the first step. Sometimes you have to take that first step. I mean, not sometimes, but all the time. You have to take that first step. If you're too worried about what your friend says, your neighbor says, your relative, your negative, skeptical, whatever, right? All these people are holding you back. It's almost like a boat trying to move forward, but it has an anchor in its back. You have to lift the anchor so that way you can keep moving forward. There's always going to be somebody negative in your life or in your corner that tells you that you can't do it, or they're going to be questioning your ideas or questioning what you really want to do. Don't even listen to that. We're not spending any energy on that this year. We're spending full, complete energy on where we want to be at in our lives. We're not wasting any time with anybody else. Right? Like I said, I'm here in Columbia, Maryland. It's a beautiful day outside. People are walking, people are driving, riding their bikes, enjoying the day. And what I understand about life is that, how would you like for every day to feel like Friday? How would you like for every day to be that day where you know that you're able to wake up and pursue the things that you really want to do? Right? I remember when I was in high school, when I graduated, when I was pursuing certain things and people were telling me that, oh, those things aren't for people like us. Or, oh, bro, be careful for those things because, my friend did something like that and it didn't work. Listen, stop taking advice from people that don't have the lifestyle that you really want to live, because they'll spend all their time telling you about how something doesn't work, but they've never done it themselves. Isn't that funny? I find that really funny. Because when I was starting my first business, there was always someone that would tell me to slow it down. Maybe I should get a job. Maybe I should look into this. But when I talked to other business owners, when I talked to other entrepreneurs, they were encouraging me, uplifting me, telling me that, hey, you should go for it. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. And so what you realize is when you start surrounding yourself in different environments, when you start surrounding yourself with a different group of people, a different type of people, you'll realize that the people who are living their best life, the people who are constantly pursuing the next level, first of all, they're never satisfied with where they're at, but they are grateful for where they're at. So you have to be grateful for where you're at now, but just don't be satisfied. Don't get too comfortable where you're at, because you could have more. And as a matter of fact, there's probably somebody counting on you, and they would count on you more if you showed them that you could be counted on, right? They're counting on you to provide for them. They're counting on you to protect for them, right? So you should make it your responsibility to pursue that life that you really want to achieve, or else you will never get there. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't get to where you want to be at. Because I remember when people used to tell me, 5, 6 years ago, hey man, maybe you should just slow it down with that. Hey, how's it going? Right? Oh, no, you're good. Go ahead. Thanks. No, it's all good. Thanks, man. And there's always going to be somebody, those naysayers. Don't listen to the negative Nancys, the negative Neds. They're all around. They're all going to be around, guys. I think what really opened my mind was when I was able to start seeing other people who came from my environment, and I realized, hey, I don't have to just be a rapper. I don't have to just be a ball player. I don't have to just be a celebrity for me to actually create riches, for me to create wealth, for me to have a lot of money. Growing up, all we think is that we have to exchange our time for money, exchange our time for money. But the wealthy don't even work for money. right? John D. Rockefeller, who's worth over $400 billion, said, he who works all day for money has no time to make money. So what you have to realize about money is that, one, you have to find ways for money to work for you, or else you will always work for it. That's step one. You know, Warren Buffett, who's worth over $100 billion, said himself that you have to find ways to make money work for you, right? Find ways that you can involve yourself in parts of the industry where cash just has to flow, where revenue just has to go, right? Find a way that you could provide value to the marketplace. Find a way that you can uplift yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, right? Figure out what your diet is. Figure out what your workout regimen will be. Figure out how you want your body to look, how you want your mind to look, feel, how you want yourself to feel every day, right? Because if you just allow yourself to go through the mundane, the daily mundane, and let life just take over, sometimes life will lead you into a rock bottom. But you have to have a daily set of consistent habits that is aligned with the person that you want to be and the life that you want to have, or else the life that you live will just be the one that was given to you. It's super important that you're super intentional every single day about what you want to achieve in this life, about what you want to have in this life. Every input yields an output, right? So what are you listening to? Who's in your corner? Okay? And listen, I need y'all to start dreaming big, because for some reason, every time when people graduate high school, they get the job, they, find the spot, whatever the case may be, but they lose all their dreams. What are those things that kept you up at night? What are those things that you wish that you could do when you were younger, but for some reason when you graduated high school or something, you lost all your dreams? I need you to start dreaming again. I need you to figure out, what is it that really, keeps you up at night? What is it that you really want to achieve? If failure was not an option, what would you want to do out of this life? Right? So listen, y'all. Are you just surviving life, or are you truly living life? I need you guys to get to that point where you're really living that life. All right, so look, it's your boy. Make sure you tap in. Let's get to it.
Fat Daddy, baby.